May it please the court, the state appears by Aaron J. Cunningham, Assistant Ellis County Attorney via Zoom.
May it please the court, the defendant, Nathan Baker, appears by and through counsel, Heidi Farnsworth.
All right, Samantha Baker also appears. I'll start with you, Ms. Baker, if you'd take it off mute, please. Maybe not. Well, if you can't take it off mute, maybe we can do it this way. Do you have any objection to lifting the no contact order?
Okay, I'm unmuted.
There you go. Do you have any objection to lifting the no contact order?
I don't want all or nothing. I would like some restriction.
Well, I guess that we better explore that then. What restrictions would you like?
I would like to be able to communicate with him through the phone, whether that's FaceTime, text, or calling. I'd like him to be able to communicate with me. And then I would also like him to have visitation with the kids. I think that would be in their best interest for sure. And then at this time, I don't want any in-person contact and still not on the premises without a police officer. And I would also like a heads up if that is going to happen.
Okay. That's a little different, Ms. Farnsworth, than the motion indicated. It indicated Ms. Baker wanted the order lifted. I did read the 48-hour affidavit. So I am familiar with the alleged facts. So
Your Honor, I feel that this is a domestic matter. If an unnamed witness who is saying any remote battery occurred, the alleged victim didn't say that, the defendant didn't say that.
Well, I don't know about that. I just know that you're right. The witness that called it in is not named in the 48-hour affidavit. And let's see.
Your Honor, I did not allege that. I hadn't spoken to Miss Baker, so I did not allege that she wanted it removed.
All right, I read the motion. It does say Ms. Baker wasn't willing to discuss what happened other than it was a marital disagreement. And the alleged defendant stated that, we won't go into those details, and he denied that he forced her out of the house. All right, so Mr. Cunningham, position of the county attorney's office.
Your Honor, we certainly would respect the wishes of Miss Baker in this matter. We wouldn't have any issue if the court wanted to lift it to some extent so there could be phone contact. But if the court was inclined to restrict the person to person, the state would support that.
Is the state going to file charges on this?
Your Honor, I don't know. This case is assigned to Mr. Anderson, not to me.
All right.
I have been told no. So our biggest concern is that Mr. Baker has a business that he runs out of a shed on that property, and he has been unable to continue to work. It's made it very difficult.
Better choices.
To his tool
I'm sorry,
shed.
Ms. Baker, don't interrupt, please. I'll ask you. You're not. Thank you. Don't interrupt the lawyer because now I have to have her repeat what she was saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Farnsworth.
Your Honor, he has a tool shed on their property that he operates his plumbing and air conditioning business from, and this has made it incredibly difficult. He's the sole provider for their family, and so it's a big concern that if he's not able on the premises, he also can't get to his tools, can't work, can't do the things that he needs to do.
Ms. Baker, what was your response?
He could have made better choices. He also co-owns this business with his father. He has options to get the tools that he needs without entering the premises.
Ms. Baker, are you going to, you can get a restraining order if you file for a divorce. or you file a domestic action. This is a criminal case. And so the only reason a no contact order is in place is because there was an allegation of, which you didn't, according to the 48, you didn't give a statement to the police. So we don't have any statement from you. We've got a witness from across the street that alleges that he saw the defendant push you out the front door. That is the domestic battery. Now, if it was done in anger and it was a touching, that is a domestic battery by definition. But it's not there's no aggravating circumstances here. All right. So you have other options, but I've got to determine whether, as part of a criminal case, a no contact order is going in effect. Now, my other problem is the prosecutor assigned to the case isn't with us this morning. Apparently, Ms. Farnsworth, who is an officer of the court, indicated that she has spoken to Mr. Anderson and he does not intend to file charges. Correct, Ms. Farnsworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Cunningham, who is an employee of that individual, doesn't know. All right.
Correct, Your Honor.
What's that?
I said that's correct.
So I've got all kinds of unknowns here. Ms. Farnsworth would not misrepresent a conversation she had with Mr. Anderson to the court. That would be an ethical violation, and Ms. Farnsworth is a very ethical lawyer. So I know that is not, that what she represented is accurate. You have other options. You can go get a PFA. You can go online and do it. You can get one done in moments. All right. This is a criminal case, and I've been told by the attorney that the prosecutor doesn't intend to file charges. So the condition of bond of no contact is going to be lifted. But Ms. Baker, you do have options. There is a organization in Hayes called Options. If you have any questions, you can contact them. They would be happy to assist you. There's also a portal that you can get on the internet, which is what's called to get a PFA or PFS, protection from abuse. That's a civil domestic matter, not a criminal matter, and that is available to you as well. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I also have to take into account you didn't give a statement to the police according to the 48-hour affidavit. That is a sworn statement by the law enforcement officer, and I'm also factoring that into my decision. So as a result of that, the court will lift the no contact order. Mr. Baker, I would highly encourage you to visit with Ms. Farnsworth about what you should do from this point forward. You can exacerbate this problem or you can handle it in a mature manner, but your attorney can give you some guidance on that. Understood?
Your Honor.
Anything else then for today?
No, Your Honor.
Not on this matter, no.
All right, very good. For Nathan and Samantha Banker, you're welcome to stay. These are public hearings, or you are free to go at your choice. But whatever you do, please put yourself on mute because we're going to now call the next cases.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
And you may.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Any